Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And in today's episode, we are checking out RotorSimPilot's newest development, the H-125. So stick around, guys, because I'm really looking forward to checking out another piece of their work. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future updates and future guides that will be coming down the road. Link to Patreon can be found in the description below. Okay, folks, so as previously stated, RotorSimPilot has done it once again. They brought us another helicopter to enjoy for our simulation experience here, and that is the H-125. The H-125 is much more lightweight than the the successors, the 135 and 45. However, it's going to be faster. It's lighter. You're going to see it used more in like police helicopters, search and rescue, things like that, fire departments. It has a camera that we're seeing here. This camera model can be triggered on and off by a simple button inside the cockpit. Exterior textures, well on its way. Do keep in mind, you do need Airland FS. Okay, you're going to need to be able to have that application installed and ready to roll. We're going to the profiles are already has two different profiles that it comes with. You can select which one you choose. We're using the Dano mod, and then we have the camera. Again, that is a feature that can be turned on and off. Same thing with cable cutters as well as the co-pilot. Exterior textures, right on par. Again, keeping in mind that this is a beta version of the helicopter, so obviously much more work's going to be coming down the line. And if it's anything like we saw previously with like the R44, there's obviously no concern here when it comes to their work because they do absolutely a fantastic job. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and just jump right into the cockpit here and really get ourselves rolling. Now, with the interior textures, again, set the expectations accordingly. This is a beta. And with that being said, it is still well on its way. Absolutely great start. I love the reflection on the gauges, the dash panel, and everything like that. You can tell that it's got a lot coming. And then, you know, one of the neat parts about watching the RotorSimPilot R44 develop was each update. The graphical changes were significant, so it was always really cool. Like every time you felt like you were jumping into a brand new helicopter, and I'm sure it's going to be something very similar, but this is well on its way to a fantastic start. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to start the helicopter up. It's a very basic startup process, and then we're just going to go for a quick flight around, see what we're engaging with here. Sort of do some comparisons to the R44 and then the H-135 and 45. You guys can see both all three of those aircraft have been flown on this channel, so it'll be a nice compromise or a comparison, excuse me, not compromise, to see what it's like. So without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and get the head tracker turned on, and then we're going to get the aircraft started up and get out of here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to tell you right off the bat is the camera angles are a little weird in this beta version, and I'm hoping that's something that, well, I'm sure it's something that's going to get adjusted. But just to give you guys that heads up, certain angles, I'm getting that fishbowl effect, which is really odd. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Now, the one thing I do like is all the doors do open already. And the beautiful part about the doors opening is you do get that dynamic sound. So exterior sounds obviously are going to be significantly louder once the doors are open versus when they're closed. So that's something that's really fantastic and always appreciated when it comes to this kind of work. So let's start taking a look at getting her started up. So we're going to come down here and let's see here. We need our batteries on. Fuel pump turned on. Anti-collision lights. Avionics can come on. Although I probably should have waited till after we started it, but that's alright. Let's see here. And see, generator before or after? I think that's before. So let's come up here. Alright, so that sound just sort of instantly comes on. There's the rotor rolling. Well, that sounds good. Then we can turn our generator on. Pitot heat on. Avionics we already turned on. Like I said, I probably should have waited on the avionics. Transponder works, fully functional. Not sure what load versus... I got the landing light. That works. Doors can be removed. And there's that button that turns that camera on the front of the aircraft off. Alright. Well, we got a couple. Fuel pump can be turned off now. And what's that last one? Twist grip. Oh! I'll be darned. Probably should have done that first. Alright, well, we're learning. That's actually the throttle there is what that would have been. So now we are a little high. So that's probably part of my weird. But you see what I mean? Like the camera angle is really odd for me. I don't know how to describe it. So hopefully that's something that gets addressed. But we're going to check that out. So let's start adding some power. So immediately starting with some right anti-torque. Oh, okay. Ooh, mercy. Okay, settle down. Come on, work with me, people. Alright, so challenging. Now, I do have the realism set as in Airland FS, set at maximum. I always fly like that. Comparing to the 135 and 145 from Height Performance and the R44 by RotorSimPilot. This so far is definitely the more challenging of those three helicopters. But very, very awesome. Let's go for a quick spin around the city here. Cruising around at about 70 knots. Turning in, it seems really sluggish. I mean, I've got quite a bit. There we go. That was quite a bit more anti-torque. Oh, a little stuttering going on there. Let's try that again. There she goes. So what will happen there is I'll push anti-torque, in, and then all of a sudden, boom, I get a ton of it. Now, I don't know how accurate that is. I'm not a helicopter pilot, as real helicopter pilots can tell immediately after watching me in one of these simulators. But look how fast this thing is. Damn, we get going. This thing's a screamer. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, I love the way. This is wonderful. What a great job, man. These guys and their helicopter development is just on par. All of you guys, all of your teams are just doing damage, man. Let's give you guys a little bit of external action. Again, you can't complain when it comes to these guys. They do such great work. Alright, well, let's go ahead and land it. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot more that can be said about this aircraft. Well on its way, completely free, linked for the download down in the description below. You guys are just absolutely destroying it when it comes to these helicopters. Between the High Performance Group, RSP, Fly Now and their Bell 47, RotorSimPilot, you guys, you and whomever you work with, you're doing a fantastic job. Just beautiful. It's got to be so challenging, and the way you guys are making this all work, and the developers of Airland FS, same thing. Really bringing some magic to our simulator. I really love it. Alright, well, let's see if I can do something like... Let's see if we can do some of that showboat stuff. Come on. Come on. Ooh, terrible landing. Absolutely terrible landing. But absolutely a ton of fun to fly, guys. Absolutely a ton of fun to fly. Highly recommend you guys give this one a shot. Let me know what you guys think of the video and the helicopter down below. And as always, stay safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next one.